the numbers mean. We have a good idea of how to hold our ruler, and now we're ready to draw. So if you hang on to your ruler and any angle, any distance, it doesn't really matter at this point. We'll try to hold the ruler sideways like this, okay? And what I was taught when I was really young is to start at the top, right, or start at one end and pull your pencil. And it always helps if your pencil is reasonably sharp, because if it's not, then your line might be a little farther away from the ruler, and it may be a little too thick, it may be a little too wavy. So that's why it's always nice to have a good sharp pencil when you're drawing lines with your ruler. So if you, as we said in the previous video, spread your fingers out, hang on to your ruler, or if you're left-handed, then use your right hand and hang on to the ruler, okay? And we're going to start at the top. So, and you don't have to hang on to your pencil very hard. Not hard at all. You can have it very, very light, because you don't want to press too hard, because if you press too hard, you might actually move your ruler. So if you just pull your hand down the ruler line like this, and you pull it away, and it's perfectly straight, okay? If you press it a little too hard, you might find that you're going to maybe move your ruler like this, and then it ends up being a curved line. Or if your fingers are a little too close, same thing. You might start off like this and go down, and then when you get near the bottom, you might curve around like that. Okay, so spread your fingers out, right? And if you have a smaller hand, use a smaller ruler, right? Spread your fingers out, and put your pencil at the top. And I'm not hanging on very hard at all. I'm not hanging on hard enough to write. I'm just hanging on very, very loose. Okay, and I'm just drawing a light line like this and move it away. Now we can do it the other way as well, straight across. It's a little harder because it's actually harder to spread your fingers out like this and hang on to the ruler. So it's a little trickier, and this is why it's hard, or it's better to not put too much pressure on your pencil. Okay, you want it kind of loose so you don't push the ends down, because if you hang on too tight, then you might end up doing this, where your ruler moves on you and you have a wavy line instead of a straight line. All right. So if you can spread your fingers out, push down on it, and just go really light enough that you can still see the line. And this takes a lot of practice. It's not easy, right? And go like this, right? And now if I want to go this way, that's a little hard to do. So I'm going to do what I remembered before. I'm going to turn my page around and do it that way. That's the way I want to do it. So I'm going to spread my hand out, press down on the ruler, and go lightly like this, right? Because I only want to draw if it's like this or like this. If I have to go on the other side, I want to turn my page around, just like we talked about in the video before, and go this way. And you get very comfortable with this, because what you will find is you can actually lay your hand down. I'm going to do another side. You can lay your hand down on the paper, right? And you can push down on the ruler at the same time. So if we go like that, right, then it's even better. Because if you get it too high up and not lay your hand on the paper, then you might tend to move your ruler. But once you get the idea, you can relax your hand more and do that. Okay, and draw a nice straight line. My thumb is almost in the way right there, so I gotta move my thumb back. There we go. Same thing this way. You can actually lay your hand on the paper and put your fingers down, and it's easier to hold your ruler a little tighter. Okay, and then I'm gonna go this way because my hand's a little bigger, but if I want to go any more, I want to turn and my hand on the table, fingers on the ruler, and there we go. Okay, and then you can move your ruler around as you move your hand along the page as well. So that's how we hang on to the ruler and draw lines. Okay, excellent.